Back, I'm Gertie Roo. Back again, that Sunday mood. Well, here I am. It's Sunday. And you know what happens on Sunday in Britain? Well, it does in Sussex. In most of Britain, actually, not only Sussex. We have what's called a Sunday roast. Yes, we do. And with that in mind, I found us a squaddy. Foos. I have. Sweet, take the piss. Because that's all you can do, these people. So here we have, you can see the William and the Catherine, who seems to be the squaddy's bête noire. They do not like the William and the Catherine. No, they don't. She's no better than she should be. And apparently, well, William is akin to Stalin or somebody, Pol Pot. So we're going to jump in and see what's going on because they are outraged, you know, YouTubers. They are outraged and outrageous all at the same time. So let's jump in. Come on, what's happening now?
Whoever else, I see you honorary members lurking in the corner. Get in there. We have to talk. London Bridge is officially falling down, and I dare.
London Bridge isn't falling down, no. That was the Secret Service's name for when the Queen died. Operation London Bridge, my darling. That's been and gone. We've done it. So, yes, I don't know. Yeah, typical, not being rude to Americans, talking about the royals like they know everything, when really they know nothing. Literally nothing. Let's go.
Double, triple dare.
Right.
Kensington Palace, Buckingham Palace,
yes,
or even these derangers to deny otherwise. Do you guys know what just happened?
I don't.
You guys.
I know you're going to tell me.
Has just announced that she's taking months off of work and she's not coming back.
No. How dare she? Who does she think she is? I don't blame you, Scotties. Eh? She's taking months off work. Who does she think she is having time off work when she's not well and had an operation? Where? I'll be beggared. Look at her. She doesn't look well there, does she? She looks really drawn. Must be a lot to put up with as well, but because you're on show 24/7, aren't you, really? Yes, so whatever, let's go. Go on.
Till close to summer.
Yes.
Guys, what does this mean?
I was hoping this was going to be a first course, like an amuse-bouche or something, but I don't find it that amusing. I've got myself a very super strength cup of coffee here, which I'm going to slurp for your delectation. You definitely need very strong coffee when you're going to listen to the squaddies, because they're full of bile and hooey.
It could mean a lot of things. It could mean that Charles is close to passing.
No!
Screw this. I gotta spend time.
Oh, Charles is close to passing. And she knows this in America because, well, she just knows them because she's a squaddie. They know everything, you know, my darlings.
It could mean there's this weird theory going around that I think is starting to look like
weird theory.
You guys want me to say it? Of course you do. That's why you're
Well, far be it from me to query your theory. Let's go. Come on, let's jump in. What is your theory, darling?
Okay.
Right.
First of all. You know, let's talk about what we actually know.
Right.
Then we'll talk about...
Oh, let's not talk about what we actually know. That's so boring. Let's talk about what you think you actually know, because that's going to be a lot more fun, isn't it? Yes, it is. Come on.
Camilla, because, baby, she gets no sympathy. And then we're going to talk about...
Do they know that's not Catherine and William? That's Edward and Sophie. Oh, dear, the way they call people derangers. Deranged themselves, you know. Takes one to know one. Though who dwelt it, smelt it, dwelt it. Something like that. It's definitely with these lot. Go on.
Weird theory going around, but you guys,
yes,
the theory actually makes
sense. They're fluent in effluence.
Let's get into what we actually know.
Oh, let's not. It's boring.
The Times and the Sunday Times.
Right, move to a bit.
That is a right-wing magazine they love.
It's a right-wing magazine. It is the Sunday Times. It's not a bloody great big spreadsheet that no one could get to grips with on a Sunday morning, so don't bother buying. No, it's a magazine apparently now, according to her. Right, let's go.
The Royals. And this is directly from
the
palace.
Okay.
They have said
Malice with the palace.
The Queen will take a break from official duties after leading the monarchy in public since the King's cancer...
That lazy bitch. Fancy her taking a break from something or other to do what the Sussex Squad have said. And we're still on Sophie and Edward, who's literally got nothing to do whatsoever with Camilla and Charles. But I mean, you know, I don't want to blow a good story. No, they'd like to blow, but not a good story. Come on.
Was revealed on February 5th.
Yes.
They said that although the Camilla has risen
Spit it out,
admirably
darling.
to every occasion.
Right?
Even driving for 6 hours in each direction to Salisbury
No.
Cathedral to ensure she didn't miss one.
No, Salisbury, no, Salisbury, darling. Salisbury. You see? Maybe you need to be British to actually have any sort of insight into what the hell you're talking about. But go on. It's like that one time I actually thought I'd take on the American politics, and one of my good American commentators said, Gertie, don't. And I think you've noticed I haven't since then. Because you have to be a citizen of that country to actually understand the nuances. And even though I thought I knew the nuances between the Republicans and the Democrats, I actually didn't have a clue what I was talking about because it's all tied up with American culture. And yes, I was royally put back in my bleeding place, I was, and I have not sullied forth out of it ever since. Even though I think that, what's his name, the child hair sniffing, bleeding, half senile or fully demented and incontinent Joe Biden needs to retire and go in a rest home, really. It's taking a piss in being anywhere near the seats of power, to be fair. But, well, we live in a clown world anyway, so do you know what I mean? And apart from that, I'm not going to mention anything about American politics. I don't know who Ron DeSantis is. I do know who Clancy Weldozy is. And she's pissed off, but she keeps coming back like an old squaw, doesn't she? She's got something to say. She's always got something to say, old Weldozy. But, yeah, the squaddies are very much like that about the royal and the establishment of Britain. They don't know what they're on about, in short.
The king's charitable commitments.
Right.
She's earned many people
Yes.
respect. Okay, that was.
Do you mind if I file my... Can I file my nails while you're sullying forth and railing about the bleeding royal family or whatever it is you do? Right, let's go.
Something.
Yes?
Let me tell you something.
Right.
First of all,
filing nails.
The slim down monarchy of Charles looks like it's a die down monarchy. What?
Do they know that that's Fergie and Andrew? Do you think? Shall I tell them? Literally nothing to do with Charles and Camilla or William and Kate. But shh, don't spoil a good story, Gert. She's in full flow. Let her go.
And the world is going.
I don't know what's going on with that app.
Talk about this.
We do. We're going to talk about it.
First,
right?
Charles' cancer might be worse than reported.
No.
Charles really is.
Charles's cancer might be worse than reported. Have you got a secret inroad into this? Because most of us don't know this that live in Britain and live sort of down the road slightly a bit to the right of Windsor Castle. We don't know that, even though we sort of know everything about them, hang around with them most of the time. No, we haven't got any clue. No, we need the Sussex Squad. We need the squad in our life. They're a force for good. They are. They're so positive and not in the least hurt and vitriolic. No, not at all. You won't find butt hurt coming out of the Sussex Squad.
Really old.
Really old.
I did do a little research into this, and by no means
do a little research.
Cancer actually spreads more rapidly on young people.
Right.
Because Charles is so old.
Yes.
He is weaker.
Right.
But that means his cells replicate at a slower rate. Now,
I have never heard so much bullshit in my entire life. Having had a number of people in my life, much beloved people in my life, get cancer of very different ages, and it didn't really make any difference their age. Yes, when cancer gets you, it just spreads willy-nilly everywhere, and it does what it wants when it wants, a bit like the Sussex Squad. Are they like a cancer on the arse end of humanity? Yes, I think they might be, Gert. Do go on.
Pancreatic cancer
right, go on.
Really. This is the Greek, what is it?
Don't know.
I was about to say the Greek mafia. The Greek Rhoda have said...
The Greek mafia? Don't you mean the Italian mafia, darling?
It's pancreatic cancer.
It
is bad either way, whether it comes slow or bad.
Right.
It's really hard to win against pancreatic cancer.
Right,
okay?
it is, yeah.
But here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
It seems like they all just put up a closed till summer sign on Kensington and Buckingham Palace. Let's not forget.
And this affects you in America how, darling? How does this really affect you, apart from for content? I could put up the messages because she's got a chat thread going as well, which is just bilious and ridiculous all at the same time. I don't know how they managed to do it. Still looking at Kate because I don't care about it, but she's put the picture up. But if you do look back at Kate now in retrospect, now we know that she hasn't been ill. If you look at her in varying times, like last year, like in this photograph, she does kind of look a bit pinched and drawn, doesn't she? Bless her little heart. But no, you know, the Sussex Squad, they're the ones that matter, you know. Come on.
Ferguson has cancer too. Edward and Sophie
are
on vacation.
Have they got cancer?
Edward already announced before all this happened that he was a little ill and he was taking a break from royal duties.
You know that?
Sophie said
How do you know that? How do you know that? Because we haven't heard that. You know that how? How do you know it? Yes, I think they're spying, you know.
Step up.
Yes.
You know, Will and Kate, because you know Kate can't be overshadowed by anyone.
No.
Imagine Sophie overshadowing you. Was
No.
like, no.
Can't have that.
You can't do this.
No.
So now they're on
No.
vacation.
Are
Okay?
they?
Princess Anne is the
They're on
only
vacation.
one
Who do they think
not
they are?
yet on vacation.
Right, she's not on vacation.
So let's.
Can we just get this right? Everybody's on vacation apart from the Princess Royale, who she's not a bleeding burger. Do you get me? It's not a scene out of Pulp Fiction. She didn't come out of the Burger King. You know, a cheese royale or whatever it is she said. She's the Princess Royal. Nothing royale about it. That's very Americano, darling. Very cheap, you know, and tawdry. Right, let's go.
Recap.
Go on.
Missing. William has bruises, maybe a puffy eye. Definitely has why his dad has cancer and his 80-year-old stepmom is working to pick up the slack.
Yes.
William looks like he just came
Well,
off
she's
of-
not 80. And I don't know what she's on about. To be fair, I've forgotten what she just said. It's the best thing to do with her.
The holidays,
Let's go.
if you zoom into those pictures,
Zoom.
like I said in my other video, a lot of people were focusing on the bruising, which is bad enough. But
A lot of people are focusing on the bruising. Whoa. Can't be bleeding wretched. I didn't even know he had bruising. How dare he go around the place having bruising? Who does he think he is? Not telling me. Gertie of Rudus.
Hand lines from when you're wearing ski goggles.
Ski goggles.
Okay? That guy,
Oh,
Thomas,
ski goggles
who
bruised him.
Who they said deleted himself, but
Where's he
now
been
it's
skiing?
open to investigation because they don't know.
Right. Yes.
Camilla is now saying she's not working anymore.
She's not.
Okay, and
Camilla is saying she's not working anymore. I don't know who she thinks she is. She's getting herself about the place saying she's not working anymore. The Sussex Squad, for one, are going to up with it. They're not going to put. No, they're not having it. Oh, I don't know what's going on with Fergie. She is a bit like the Muchness, isn't she? Where she's just got literally no flair for couture, has she? No. Bless. Right, let's go.
somehow do not think.
I think Andrew might have shot the creature that originally had those plumes, you know, down there on the bottom right. Yes, he looks like he did. Or either that or he strangled the creature with his bare hands. Let's go.
People really understand how drastic this is.
Yes.
Now, again,
Right.
if you did not think so in the beginning,
Yes.
everybody should now seriously think
Yes.
that Kate is seriously sick.
Oh,
And
we all
again-
need to seriously think that Kate is seriously thick, or whatever. Because the Sussex Squad have said, oh, look, she's wiping her nose. Do you think she might have just had a little toot? We don't know. Oh, yeah, Sussex, you're going to have to tell me. Come on. What's going on,
I
Squaddy?
do think Kate's mom is with her.
Oh.
And this is, and I've heard rumors
think
of this,
that?
but I believe this. And
think
this is
it?
why Kate hasn't been photographed.
Right.
But they're definitely not on any of their public.
So you think Kate's mum is definitely with her, and that is why Kate hasn't been photographed? I mean, that makes just, do you know what I mean? Loads of sense. Right, let's go.
States. She's definitely being hidden at some undisclosed location.
Being hidden? Is she being hidden in the underground tunnels? With the Draco reptilians, do you think? Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the bloody head, you have. Oh, I reckon all us British people should get ourselves around the place and try and find these tunnels. Well, I'll be beggared. Go on.
Or hiding. We'll talk about that in a different video.
Go on.
It's also weird and just pointless how they staged that
Yes.
whole fake hospital stay.
Right.
At a hospital she obviously wasn't at.
Right.
They probably could have just hidden her with zero questions asked.
Right.
And no one would have noticed. Because
they
Kate
wouldn't.
takes off
She was
months
under
after-
the tunnels of Draco reptilians. That's how they hit it. So we don't know where they are, Squaddy.
at a time.
giving up the will
because
to
she's
live here.
raising a future king.
Right,
Which
she's-
I will admit is a job in itself.
Oh, you'll
Job
admit that.
for
Oh,
the
well, very magnanimous of you, darling. You will admit that raising a future king is a job in itself. So kind of you, sweetheart. You are very largelicious, aren't you? Go
Who
on.
wants to compete with Meghan and take
Anybody in
over
Britain
Sorry,
gives a
that's
damn what you think, maniac.
I personally do think that whatever is going on with Kate is so serious and so dire.
Right.
That they had the soft launch.
Right?
Her being in the hospital, her surgery,
Right?
just in case things went or
Yes.
or have gone bad.
Right.
I don't
Okay.
think they could have come out like 2 months from now
No.
and been like, yeah, guys, Kate's deleted, right?
Right?
Because she's actually been really sick and we've been hiding it.
Oh.
What they have to do, I think,
Uh-huh.
I think they didn't expect people to
No.
not care so much, but they.
Well, you don't
royals
care.
and the
Don't make
powers
out you
still act
care.
like they're
You love
feudal
it.
times where they're like, the king says the sky is green, and everybody's like, yes, your highness. I don't
No,
think
it doesn't work like that.
that they expected people to question what they said so much, right? I don't think that they expected people to really inquire.
Shall I give you a little nugget of truth? What one might call a truth bomb. Gird your loins, darling. I'm going to spill what's called tea in Britain. Most of the British people do what's called not giving a damn. Do you get me? Because it's none of our bleeding business. Just like it's none of your business, but you're going to make it your business for content, aren't you, darling? I bet you get paid for it as well, you bleeding wazzer. Go on.
I think they
Right.
thought it'd be like,
God, I'm bored.
oh my God, Kate's sick, and then they'd be like, oh yeah.
That bloody article over there. Let's go back and see that for a minute. Let's take the piss out of her little icon, because she loves her. Yeah, she does. She loves her. She loves her a lot. Hello, it's me, it's the Marklet. I'm going to be the next Queen of Britain, I am, according to the Squaddies, because you see all the other people. There isn't me or Barry in this photo. They're all going down. They're going down, and I'm going to be the Queen, I am. I'm going to be Lucretia Deville. Or something or other. Go on, maniac. Come on, hurry up, I'm bored.
Kate's sick, and then they'd be like,
Don't know how people watch you.
You know, 2 months later, things aren't going, and they could soft launch what was going on.
Soft lunch
you
it.
know? And we would be
Yes.
like, oh my God, I didn't think recovery was
Oh my
going that
God.
bad. It's just the fact that the Royals, to me,
Yes.
they're super dumb with communicating. They never expect anybody
Oh, to you. I see. I get you now. I hear you. So the Royals are super dumb to you about communicating. Unlike you, as clear as bleeding ditch water, aren't you, darling? Go on.
And I think...
Oh, we're going like that now. Oh, dear God. Come on. Hurry up.
Again, this is supposed to be a soft launch.
Right.
Releasing things over
A
the next
soft
few months
launch.
until they say Kate is deleted,
Deleted.
paralyzed, crazy. I don't know. Something.
She's deleted, paralysed, crazy, she don't know, or something. Could she be all three? Because don't forget the last time we met, you and I, she was in fact bunkered down or hunkered down with Kid Rock, Chris Rock, the whole of Metallica, plus their road crew. She had Johnny Depp and she had John Travolta dancing for her, didn't she? Do you remember that? Do you remember? I'm not putting up with it. That's probably why you haven't seen her. She's probably bleeding knackered after doing all them law, one after the other. They made a nice queue. They did. They formed a very nice and polite queue so they could all have a tuck into Kate. Yes? Go on.
Okay?
Maniac.
So that's what's going on with Camilla taking the duties.
Oh, that's what's going on. Oh, I wonder what was going on.
Let me tell you something.
For a minute, I thought you were right.
And this goes to Camilla.
Right.
I don't actually care.
You don't
why
care.
she's taking off, because
You
Camilla's
don't
a
care.
horrible person. And y'all.
Oh, she don't actually care why Camilla's taking time off because she's a horrible person because this bleeding creature said so. Yes, right, let's go because she knows Camilla.
Pray for her. Listen,
What?
I'm not God, nor do I pretend to be.
Right.
This is above me now.
Oh.
This is in God's hands.
Right.
If you want to leave
I just thought you said you weren't God. You don't believe in God and all this, that and the other, but now it's in God's hands. Well, at the moment, it's in the Sussex Squad's hands, isn't it? Yes. Now, that was a photo from 2005 when they got married. That was the civil service, I do believe. Yes, where was that? Somewhere or other near Highgrove. Don't know, can't remember. Right, let's go.
How dare you?
How
Everybody
dare you?
deserves. Pray for them. How evil. Man,
Yes.
shut up.
Was it Cirencester? Isn't that near Highgrove in the Cotswolds, you know? Somewhere ultra perish. I've been there, you know. Yes, I got run out of town. Out, they said. We don't have your rabble round here. This is Cirencester, my darling. Yeah, it's quite a nice little place. Kind of rich and a bit lardy bleeding dar, but it's all right. It's full of boutique sort of cafes and vegan this and bleeding something or other, healing crystals, that load of old nonsense. One of them places. Of course, it had a Waitrose. Or was it a waitress? Probably both. Right, let's go.
Above me now. This is in God's hands. If you care so much, go pray to God.
I'm praying to God this
Camilla,
bloody hurry up and
whoever
finish.
else. Baby, I do not question his timing. I do not question whatever he
Well, you don't question, but you're on here questioning, so I'm already confused. Yes, I don't blame Kate taking up with the whole of bloody Metallica. I really don't, especially with people like you around. Go on.
to happen to them, that will
Yes.
happen.
Yes.
Can you imagine Camilla?
I
You
can't.
know she is freaking out right
She's
now.
freaking
Why?
out.
Because
Shh.
if Charles is, as the Greek press reports,
Yes.
actually close to death. What
Right.
does that mean, guys?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
What is Camilla?
Wait.
She is the queen's consort.
She's the queen
Camilla
consort.
lied, manipulated,
Yes.
schemed, laid on her
Right.
back.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Laid on, literally.
She's laid on her back, yes, and it's got her bloody everywhere, a bit like your icon, darling. But never mind, let's go, darling.
Took phone calls.
Right.
When King Charles was trying to be sexy.
At least with Camilla, she only laid on her back for the one bloke, didn't she, really? Apart from her married husband that was always laying on his back for other women. Yes, she only took up with one bloke. Up against your bleeding Marklet, that's, well, she's had a string of them, hasn't she, to put no finer point on it. Yes, she has. Yes, I think they were queuing round the block to have a bit of her and all. Go on.
About tampons.
Oh,
and she was literally, she had to, like, she was probably throwing up in her hand on the other end, but she was like, baby, the crown's mine. Can you imagine?
No, she wasn't, because she's not like you. They live in a different world to even me, and I'm British, so let alone you that's not. Shut up. Go on.
Like, doing everything you can.
Yes.
To win the game of
Was she sucky, darling? Did she?
Twist the fate to pull it off.
Oh, you know what it was? She got down on her knees and prayed. Just like a prayer, I'm gonna take you there. Oh dear, stop. I can just visualise it. Right, let's move on.
Camilla has not even been queen for a year. She might only be queen 4 years. She might be
Yes.
the shortest.
Right.
The shortest crowned queen in history.
Yes.
Ask Anne Boylan.
She might even
Honestly,
get on a spaceship and go to Jupiter or something. We don't know. She might go and join the Tibetan monks on the foothills of the Himalayas or something and start shagging the Dalai Lama. I mean, there's so many variables to what she may or might do. Go on.
She actually might.
She might.
Lying, all that scheming, all that manipulation.
Scheming, all that sucking.
Charles didn't want her to be the queen consort. Charles wanted her to be the queen. But I Googled it.
Well, I heard that she actually had all her teeth removed, Charles. Do you know what I mean? Those ones are false. They're not real. She takes them out for him, darling. She does. It's all very unseemly, you know, and somewhat tawdry. But anyway, you know, it keeps him off the streets, doesn't it? I mean, all the time he's with her, he's not bugging on other women, is he? Unsuspecting fillies. Right, let's go on.
Said that it's a lot of controversy.
Dreary bleeding
woman.
woman.
It's not clear on whether Camilla is going to actually be queen. Charles passes away.
Oh, so she's not actually queen. Is she cosplaying queen? Is she Freddie Mercury? Do you think Freddie Mercury's been reborn? It's really Camilla. I think you've hit the nail on the head, love. I really do, yes.
To be a decision made by the royal family. I can already tell you right now that William will probably be having her hauled off in handcuffs.
Do you think so?
Well, he has like a mop with a wiglet and like 2 dark eyeliner called Kate sitting next to him.
Oh,
guys,
I'm lost, mate. I don't know where I am anymore. Giving up the will to live.
Listen.
Yes?
Honestly, this is some karma for you. You tried to scheme to get to that seat.
No, darling, this is karma. You don't know what you're on about, but what I'm doing is your karma, darling. Oh, look at Fergie. She's looking at us as if to say, side-eye, side-eye. Is he looking at some juvenile females? Yes.
It's being pulled away from you.
Right, let's go.
At the end
Hello.
of the day,
right.
Charles was the only reason you're sitting there. You want to talk about somebody. Well, you know, I'm not going to talk about somebody getting on their knees.
Somebody to love.
You know what? That's Camilla.
Somebody to love.
The theory that everybody is talking
it's the Marklet.
So I have to bring it to you guys.
Right.
Netizens, tattletales, to actually see what y'all think. Y'all
yes, she's bringing it to us, the tattletales. She wants to see. I'm lost. I don't know what she's on about. She just babbles so much BS. It's unbelievable. Anyway, I think Camilla looks quite nice there, doesn't she? Because she's a bit older than Charles. So she's like 75. Well, she's coming up to 76. He's already just 75 in November, isn't he? So, yeah, there's a few months between them. Come on, darling. You can polish a turd, you know.
A little out there, but...
As is proved by Meghan.
There's an emergency
Actually,
at the
no,
palace.
scrub that.
I repeat, there is an emergency at the palace.
There's an emergency at the palace. There's an emergency at the palace because the Sussex Squad are saying so. It must be true. Do you think it's Metallica trying to break out? Do you think Metallica and John Travolta and Johnny Depp and Chris Rock and Kid Rock are all trying to break out with all the roadies from your Buckingham Palace or Windsor Castle somewhere? I think that's what's happening. Yeah, I'm going to go up there. I'm going to throw them a rope ladder, you know, so they can make their escape hastily. Because that Kate, she's a wanton hussy. Yes, she doesn't care. She likes an orgy, a Georgie Porgy. Yes, she doesn't care. Go on.
Off. Even Camilla is not the last one. She's not even the last one standing.
Right.
The only people
Who's the last one standing,
that are
darling?
standing
Right.
are people that
people?
weren't invited to Sandrum.
Ah. So who could that be?
The only people
Right.
that weren't
Right.
affected
Yes.
were people that weren't invited to Sandrum.
Ah.
Think about it.
Well,
I'm
that
not
can't
saying-
be Harry and your little acolyte, can it? Because they were invited to Sandringham, so I don't know who wasn't invited to Sandringham. They were invited but chose not to go, darling. But what would you know? You know, because what would I know? I mean, I stand corrected. Obviously, it's me that's wrong and the squad that's right. They're always right. Do you know what I mean? They're always right. They're so left, they're actually right.
saying that there was
Go on.
poison or espionage.
Espionage, yes.
In having a go. I don't know. Who
39 steps, darling.
I really don't. I do know that the one time all the royals are together is
Right.
Sandrum.
You know that.
I do know that was the last time everybody was together.
Right.
I do know that there was.
Do you know that, how? Are you spying on them, darling? Are you Google Earthing them, like, continually, 24/7? Because you don't know that. And nor do we. But never mind, go on. Come on, hurry up, you're boring me now, ridiculous.
Like a bat out of hell.
A bat out of hell be gone when the morning
Queen Mother
comes.
died of quote unquote cancer.
Yes.
Fine, whatever.
Yes.
Charles now has cancer.
Right.
Kate is so sick we can't even see her. Her mom has not been
What's it got to
seen
do with you?
since
Mind your own
Kate was
bleeding beeswax, you
born.
nosy old
What was
broad.
it? Her all-white Christmas. Remember when she was strutting around?
Listen, the only people that have a white Christmas are the bleeding Sussexes in Monty Shit Show. They do love a lovely white Christmas. Yes, they do. That's why they're sniffing well into bleeding April. Go on.
Fact that she had been outed
Hurry
as
up.
a royal racist, and she, instead of having shame,
Yes.
she wanted to lean into it. Because she said, oh, no.
Why should she have any shame? Because you say so. Honestly, you're the most shameless bleeding hussy I know. Well, actually, I'm glad I don't know you. But the shameless of you is just shameless, isn't it? All over here. Shameless content for shameless shekels. Go on.
I'm not ashamed of this. This is good for
No,
business.
you should be ashamed of yourself, darling.
I'm glad I'm holding these British
There's a bad
upstanding
out of hell
values.
be gone when the
What
morning
is
comes.
the child going to work out? Remember when you pray
Yes.
for people that when they get healthy, it does not make them better people.
Right.
That happens in A Christmas Carol and with Scrooge McDuck. It does not
Don't
make
know what she's
you
on about.
a better person.
I
It doesn't.
don't
Look at
know.
Boris Johnson.
Right?
Look at Boris Johnson when he got the...
Let's look at Boris Johnson randomly. Let's just look at Boris Johnson because this bleeding old malt says, go on, what's he done?
Remember what happened to him?
He got thrown out of office.
Many dumb things and just as many dumb policies. But forget about that, right?
Right, you know about that, do
Let's
you?
get back
Right,
into
okay, let's do this.
theory.
Yes, coach.
So, just
Stop.
hear me out.
I hear you out.
Okay.
I'm hearing you
And
out.
yes, this is my theory.
Does it get more interesting?
Right, it's circulating also.
Just a whole lot less,
Okay. So,
less bizarre.
we have all this going on.
We've got all this going
Everybody
on.
that was in Sandrum is either
Yeah.
sick,
Sick.
unavailable,
Unavailable.
losing their sick,
Or, yeah, sick.
Charles.
Charles.
Unavailable,
Unavailable.
Kate.
Kate.
losing their GD mind, looks like William.
Right? Yes. Dead.
Edward also had said he was taken off because
Oh,
he was sick.
he's sick.
Sophie is now with him.
Yes.
Right? Fergie has cancer. The only
Right,
people
well, I
left
don't want to think about you and spoil a good tale, but over here in Britain, it's just rained, like, more or less every day apart from probably 20 days since last July. Apparently, it's global warming. It just rains. It's rainy. It can even be sunny and raining. Or it's drizzly and grey and raining. Or it's absolutely tipping down raining. Since last July, we've hardly had a respite of rain. And in that, most of Britain has got this bleeding virus that's going around the world. So a lot of people that are taking time off, I'm doing air quotes, could just be ill from the winter flu or the winter virus or the winter blues or whatever. Because it is damn depressing. It really is. Today I woke up at the crack of dawn. And you know what Dawn says when you get on her crack first thing? She usually says, get yourself up, Gert, and do some bleeding housework. So I got up. And it was actually sunny at 6 o'clock. Well, it wasn't sunny, but let's put it this way, it wasn't raining. And it was light and looked like it was going to be sunny. So I was like, shoot off a bleeding shovel, I was like a ferret up an outhouse drain. I could not help myself. I was out washing my windows. Yes, I was. I thought, get in there quick. Yes, while it's dry, because you just know it's going to be tipping down by tea time again. Anyway, I digest. Where am I? Oh, yeah, I'm back to this bleeding bizarre creature. Go on. Come on, love.
And Andrew.
Right.
Y'all, where was Andrew the night this all happened? Camilla's even taking off.
Right.
So this slim down monarchy has no one working for it.
It's got no
Except
one
Andrew.
working for it except for Andrew. Apparently, according to this bleeding menace. Go on.
And Anne. Anne doesn't give two hot right? She was raised for a life of service. That's all she likes doing.
Oh,
Raising
God.
her horses and like
Stars shining
fulfilling her
bright
daddy's
above
wishes.
you.
But what about Andrew?
Yes.
Has anyone seen Andrew? Does anybody know where Andrew's
No one
been?
cares where Andrew is. We
I'm
literally
being
don't care.
serious. What was Andrew?
Do you know what we do love in Britain? We get on with what's called our life. Granted, usually we're wearing sort of Macintoshes and galoshes lately, and we usually have a handy kayak on standby. But apart from that, we just get on with our life. If they're ill, they're ill. It's none of our business. Just let them get on with it. Don't care. I'm sure they've got the best medical bleeding what's-its in the whole world. Even when the Queen died, it was very sad, but not being funny, she was nearly 100. And her husband was about, 10 days off of being 100. So we didn't all, start crying and go, oh, my God, I didn't expect that to happen, because, they were nearly 100. Same as the Queen Mum when she died. Was she 101 or something? Oh, my God, you people. I think you're more invested in the royal family and more obsessed with it than what we are. Go on.
Andrew. Did he creep into the Christmas pudding?
No.
Huh? The turkey,
I don't know.
the roast fowl? What was in your hands, Andrew? That didn't look like salt to me.
What?
Everybody's digging in, and he's like,
What
no.
What the hell are you going on about? Andrew's having some salt and some goose or something or other at Christmas. We've done Christmas, darling. That was months ago. We're getting to spring now. Oh, my God, these people. Is it me? No, it must be me. I'm just, obviously, I'm not well in the head, am I? I need to get with the programme. Go on.
Makes me much too ill.
Right.
You guys enjoy. But all jokes aside.
All jokes aside.
We don't know what's
Oh, it's a
going
joke.
on, but if you were to believe it.
Right?
Would you believe that maybe.
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Something involving some type of.
Yes.
Poison?
Poison? Poison?
Something happened?
Poison?
What would you believe?
Oh, I hear you now. I think we've been here before, me and you, haven't we, tease, darling? Yes. Well, do you really think they've been poisoned? Oh, God, shut up. Go on, hurry up. Busy.
I believe something very, very, very bad is going on.
You do.
And now that Camilla's taking off, it could just be because Charles is close to passing, which makes William not showing up even more disgusting.
God.
I don't care how you feel.
Right.
Mary got on a plane and drove and flew miles to be with Charles, even though he didn't.
Shut up. To start with, your little bleeding hero is never off a plane. So say, oh, he got on a plane to drive for miles. Well, a plane flies, it doesn't drive, and he didn't drive it. He hasn't got a pilot's licence, despite having an aviator's award that he bought or something or other. Complete load of old hooey. He got on a commercial flight. He was told not to come, but he came anyway, because guess what? He needed the publicity, and he needed to distract from the Baka people in the Congo. Yes, who are being troubled on the industrial scale, and he's not dealing with it at all. Despite him and the muchness wanting to emancipate and empower women, they just mean in Beverly Hills. Do you get me? And people like that, like Bouncy and Miley Cyrus. Yeah, people like that. And obviously not those common women. Congo probably smell. They're probably working class, And, yeah, don't wash. A bit like us British people, we're very down at heel. Go on.
He didn't deserve it now that we know what happened with Ray.
Right.
I'll do a video about that.
You're going to do a video? I can't wait. Actually, scrub that. I can.
She's with her mom somewhere, if you ask me. I don't know, you guys.
What?
I'll tell you one thing.
Go on.
We cannot overlook this one. There is an emergency in the palace.
There is an emergency in the palace because the Sussex Squad has said, so it must be true. Can't think of much else to say. I want to get more vibed with it, but it's just tedious, just absolute tedious. And the thing is, if you put Sussex Squad into your search engine, you get content after content after content, upload after upload after upload in this same vein. Just vitriolic, misinformation, disinformation, really quite disgusting. They call it content, and as I say, they do it. They probably get paid. Well, they do get paid. We know they get paid. Don't we, YouTube viewers? Go on.
Point. Please let me know your theories in the comments.
Please.
Because at this point,
Yes.
people saying, "Oh my God, it's nothing." They're the ones that sound stupid.
Right.
Because we don't know what it is, but baby, it's
Yes,
something.
but you sound stupid because, like you said, you don't know what it is. We don't know what it is. You don't know what it is. Why don't you just mind your own bloody beeswax How about you get yourself about the place in America and start sorting your own country out before you start running down my country? Thank you very much. With that, over and out. Bye-bye.